Let's talk about something that people actually argue about all the time. Can XRP ever realistically hit $10,000? Short answer is yes, but not anytime soon, and it won't get to $10,000 the way most people think. For XRP to reach a price like that, this would not be a normal bull market move. It would require a complete transformation of the whole entire global banking system within the next 5 to 10 years. So here's what actually would need to happen. First of all, XRP would have to be used as like a primary for banks and government, not just retail traders, not just small businesses, but actual big banks, major banks, which we're already starting to see. A bunch of banks are starting to use XRP. We saw Bank of America was using XRP for 100% of internal transactions prior to the whole entire SEC Ripple thing. But we're talking global cross-border settlement, tokenized assets, and liquidity for trillions of dollars moving per day. A lot of people don't really talk about as much is, real world tokenized assets. There could be settlements on the XRP ledger with, stocks, bonds, real estate, commodities. Then we could see a lot of liquidity flowing in, and that would have XRP acting as a liquidity bridge. Third one is going to be supply lockups and even supply shocks. The circulating supply for XRP shrinks as these institutions hold XRP. Price pressure rises without hype because, when there's less of something, there's more demand. Basic economics right there. In the grand scheme of things, a new financial system era has to begin. We're already starting to see that. The president of the United States, Donald Trump, literally said back in 2025, he said that the current, banking system is outdated, it's broken, and it needs to be updated by something like the crypto state-of-the-art technology. XRP is built for this. XRP is built for cross-border payments, 3 to 5 second transaction times, fraction of a cost fee. When you go to send a bank wire, just say with your bank, those transactions could take 3 to 5 days, but with XRP, it could take 3 to 5 seconds. It could likely come after, debt resets. The one that people don't really talk about is monetary restructure, not just a normal crypto cycle, but actual real-world global payment upgrade. And to be very clear with you guys, all of this is not happening this year in 2026. It's not happening next year in 2027. If XRP were to go to $10,000, that would be super long-term. Talking bare minimum 2030, probably 2035, maybe even 2040. People even point to Brandon Biggs. I've posted him a lot on my page. He is a watchman of God. People call him a prophet. He doesn't really like to be called a prophet. Essentially, this man said that God told him that XRP is going to go to $5 quickly and to $10,000 one day. He said it on multiple occasions. You guys don't know who Brandon Biggs is. He is the same exact man that predicted President Trump to get shot in the ear 4 months prior. So, a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, you can't blow smoke up his ass, blah, blah, blah. But how does this guy randomly predict for someone to get, someone of that caliber, President Trump, to randomly get shot in the ear with so much exact detail? It seems like there has to be another explanation behind that besides just a random prediction. Brandon has so many other, prophetic words that have came to pass in real life, and now XRP going to $5 quickly and $10,000 one day, that is one of them as well. When he sees these visions, if he keeps on mentioning it, this is the 4th or 5th time that I've seen him mention it. I actually posted a video on it today of him speaking on it again. So if he keeps on mentioning it, it is something that he keeps on seeing. He explains this to be the wealth transfer from the wicked laid up for the hands of the righteous. Whether you believe in prophetic words or not, it's super important to, keep in mind the facts that this man has had prophetic words that have came to pass in real life, and XRP is just another one of those prophetic words that could potentially come to pass in real life again. The whole moral of the story, can XRP go to $10,000? Yes, it can, but not anytime soon, and there has to be real world catalysts that have to take place.